I'm back. Okay, anyways. I literally lost my nose ring, so now I have one very visible piercing and one not so visible, but we could just collectively ignore it. If we could do that, that'd be great. But anyways, let's start. I can't really hear my mic as well today because I have a hoodie on, but I can hear enough. Welcome back to another ReaLysst episode. I didn't come up with the name. Jade actually came up with the name, but listeners, LYSS sinners. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna start calling you guys my listeners. But welcome back to another episode. I'm really excited to share with you guys what I know specifically about this topic, because I've dealt with all of this first-handedly a couple times. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about the art of detachment and just letting go and how to let go and what it means to let go and what it means to not let go, and you get it. It's going to be a good episode. I'm really excited. So let's get started. First things first, let me kind of explain what attachment is and like the opposite of letting go, basically, to see if you resonate with this. If you do, then you definitely should stick into the end of this episode because, you know, I'm going to be covering all of this. So attachment, when you haven't let go, I learned this a long time ago, but started to apply it more recently. But Buddha, a wise man, once said that attachment is the root of all suffering. And that could not be more true. Like, seriously, it is. Anything you're attached to, and when I say attached, I mean attached to an outcome, a person, a situation, even the thought of something. If you're attached to anything, it causes some sort of suffering, like in some way. When you're attached to an outcome, a person, etc., you're not releasing control. And the way the universe / God works, I'm going to say this real quick before I get any more into this episode, because I'm going to kind of say multiple different names for God. I personally believe, and no, I'm not asking for opinions or your beliefs, respectfully, of course. But I personally believe that, you know, the universe, God, source, the higher power, it's all the same thing. And it's very powerful and it's a real thing. So even if you don't believe, let's say like let's say you don't believe like in God specifically, but you believe in the universe, this can still pertain even if I say God, because it's all the same thing. Like higher power in general, just higher power. What we don't see, what we put our faith and trust into every day, that is what I'm talking about. So some of the names I use are like source, higher power, God, the universe. I just wanted to knock that out real quick. But now, the way that the universe works is when you are attached to something or you want to control something, a situation, a person, anything, anyone, it normally doesn't go your way. I'm going to go ahead and say almost always doesn't go your way. And even if it does, it's because at some point you let go and you released that control and put your faith and trust into the universe. So when you're controlling a situation, you're literally putting out into the universe that you don't trust source. You don't trust God's plan for you. And just the way it works, you have to in order to get what you want, in order to get what you desire. Or even something better that you have no idea is even meant for you or being prepared to give to you because you won't let go of a certain thing or situation. Just take it how it resonates, you know? But just trust that like God sees everything. God sees shit that you don't see, that I don't see, that we don't see. People who like talk about you or whatever behind closed doors, those doors to the universe is transparent, clear as day. They can see it all. So just trust that you don't always know what's going on 100%. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what's going on in the background or how things are just working out for you. And I always say like mindset is a really big thing. It's a very huge key to damn near everything. Your mindset with whatever it is, you name it, is imperative. It's very important to have a good, trusting, positive, optimistic type of mindset when it comes to anything, especially when it's something that you want or desire. So I feel like a lot of the times when you want something, that is when most people become attached. And when I say something, I literally mean anything, like anything. For example, if you and your ex, or previous relationship, whatever, y'all just broke up, but you want them back. If you're attached to that outcome of you guys coming back together, it's literally not going to happen until you let it go, if they're even meant for you. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you let go and trust, and mind you, I'm going to get more into this, you know, the further we get into the episode, but as soon as you let go and just trust and put your faith into God and the universe, whatever you want so badly will literally come to you, or better. And I'm low-key gonna sound like a broken record in this episode because I'm being very vague, but that's really what it is. Yeah, it's just whatever you want so bad, as soon as you release the control and how you want things to go in a certain way and whatever, as soon as you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna just put my trust in God and just let things happen the way they're supposed to happen, because that's the majority of life. You're just supposed to have faith. You're just supposed to know that things are happening to you. I mean, well, just kidding. Things are happening for you and not to you. But if you have the mindset that, oh, this thing keeps happening to me, or this is happening, and you have like almost a victim mindset to the things around you and the things that go on around you, that's exactly why. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that real quick. But okay, so I always think of this picture when I'm thinking about letting go and like just detaching from anything. There's a picture, I don't know where I saw it, but it's pretty popular, and it's like God and a little girl, like face to face, and this little girl is holding on to a tiny little teddy bear, and God is kneeled in front of her with a huge teddy bear, like 10 times its size, behind his back, and he's got his hand out like, just let go, like let it go, give it to me, just give it to me, trust me that I have something better for you. Like that's all it is. And she just like won't let go of the bear, won't let go of the bear. So it's like as soon as you let go, you get something better. And also, I'm gonna say this really quick, don't let go of a certain outcome or situation or a thought of something or whatever because you think that letting go will bring that to you, because that's still control. That's still wanting something to go a certain way. That's still wanting something to go your way. So, and if you do that, it literally won't work. And I don't know if you've tried, but if you have, you know, because shoot, I've even tried to like just, oh, I'm gonna let go of me and my ex coming back together so we can come back together. That like, it's contradicting. It doesn't work like that. And like I said, God sees all them doors, God sees everything. So it's like it won't work because deep down you still have not released that control of the situation or the outcome. You following? This is kind of like the main thing with this episode, and I'm basically just going to keep repeating myself in different ways. I've done a lot of research, I've watched a lot of videos, I've read a lot about letting go and just the art of detachment, and that's the main, like the common denominator is just as soon as you trust and just let it go, not overthink about how certain things are going to play out, that's exactly when, you know, things will play out, whether it's the way you want it to or better. The only time that things happen to us in like in a negative way is karma, and again, it's still, karma is always a lesson. It's never just 100% bad. Like, it's not just 100% bad. Karma always has a lesson behind it too, and it's just a lesson, like a hard lesson, a tough love type of lesson, because you didn't know better when doing A, B, and C. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, like, God is always pulling through for us. I bet you cannot name one time where he didn't. And no, it doesn't count if he just didn't give you, you know, whatever you wanted in a certain way. That doesn't count. It's, you know, just things have always worked out for you. No matter what it is, I bet you could think of something that happened months ago or even years ago that you were like stressing so bad over, and it ended up working out. God is on our side. The universe is on our side. They're not trying to make it difficult on us. The only people that make it difficult is ourselves. And I understand it's difficult because human beings, you know, our brain comes up with thoughts that aren't even ours. Like, you can choose to claim certain thoughts and you can choose to not claim certain thoughts. Like, I'm kind of getting off track here, but I definitely want to go deeper into just how to basically control your mind, because I found that is a game changer when it comes to just living life and having things go your way. Like, if you know how to control your mind, and better yet, get to that subconscious mind and undo and unlearn certain things that you grew up around and have no control over how you like think subconsciously. Literally, once you know that type of information and you apply it to yourself, I'm telling you, oh my gosh, it's just a game changer, like a life-changing thing. And I get really passionate and excited about talking about it. So, don't mind me, I'm getting a little off track, but I will definitely dive deeper into the mind and just how to live a even better life just based off of mindset and controlling your thoughts. But I digress, because that has nothing to do with this video. I mean podcast, but kind of at the same time it does. But yeah, so like when you're attached to something and like want something to go a certain way, you're putting out into the universe that you're in a lack type of mindset and that you don't have it. So really quick, I'm gonna break down, I guess, how the universe kind of works in one way. There's obviously multiple, but you have to be in alignment spiritually and vibrationally, in alignment with things in order for them to come into your life. So if you don't believe you're worthy of anything, that sounded bad. Or okay, I'm gonna say something. If you don't feel that you're worthy of having something in your life, you're not in vibrational alignment with it. So it's literally not going to come, because you're putting out into the universe, I'm not worthy of it, I don't deserve it, XYZ. So of course it's not going to happen. It's not going to come into fruition. And that's the same thing when you're attached to a person, an outcome, like an idea of something, anything. So yeah, when you are wanting something really bad, you're putting yourself in a lack mindset, and you're telling yourself and universe that you're not in alignment with it, that you don't have it already. If anybody out there like manifests, you know that when you're manifesting, you have to basically act as if you already have whatever it is you're manifesting. And that is a very key thing, because when you are acting like that and visualizing and truly believing that you already have what it is that you want, you are in alignment with it at that point. And that's why manifesting is so powerful and works for so many people. Now, if you've tried to manifest and it doesn't work, it's most likely because you don't fully believe in that moment when you're manifesting that you have that thing or deserve that thing. Who knows, you might not just be ready for it if it doesn't truly feel, if it feels too out of reach or out of touch. For example, basically like the way the universe works, again, if you want something really, really bad, you're in a lack mindset, right? Like it's showing the universe that you don't already have, what it is that you want, or that you're not worth having it. Even if you don't believe that you're not worth having it, if you really, really want something, subconsciously you are saying that you don't already have it and that you possibly aren't even worth having it, right? So you're putting out into the universe that you don't trust what's going on. You don't trust that you could have literally whatever you want. If it's on this earth, you can have it. And it sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, as long as you're in alignment with whatever it is that you want, there is nothing stopping you. Nothing. So yeah, for example, I kind of touched on this like real quick, but if you and your person just broke up, right? And I'm not talking about like a toxic person or somebody that you don't want. Let's just say like there's somebody that you truly feel like, okay, I know we're meant to be, right? Like we just took, we just broke up for some time, for some lesson learning, for some healing, etc., whatever. Let's just, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. It's just an example. But say like you guys just got out of a relationship and you want them back, and you really, really want them back. You wanting it really bad shows the universe that you don't have it. And not only that, but you're not releasing control. You're not allowing God to do what needs to be done. We don't know the full story and the full, information, details about anything in our life, to be real. Like, there's always something that we just don't know, that we're not meant to know. If we were meant to know, we would know, But yeah, it's like you're showing the higher power that you don't want to let go of control. You want to get back with them. And if you don't, you'll be upset. And you're even upset right now that you don't like have them back. Like that type of energy is going to manifest, and it's going to continue being that situation until you release your control and just let go. I always say like let go and let God. Like I literally want to get that tatted on me. But so another example, if I asked you to please subscribe and please give my podcast a 5-star rating, like please share this with 5 friends, and like please, it would really help me out. that causes resistance because you feel less like open to doing it because I want it so bad and because I just want it really bad, you know? And I feel like a lot of people, like, subconsciously, that's a real thing. Like, if somebody asks you for something really bad, it makes you not want to give it to them. It sounds messed up, but it just is what, like, it's an energetic thing. So if I said this versus what I just said, like, oh, you know, like, I'd appreciate it if you guys left me a review and subscribe if you feel open to or feel called to. I would really appreciate it, and just leave it at that and just be real chill about it. You're more inclined to do it because you feel like it's on your own terms. That's kind of how the universe works. It's like, no, I'm gonna do things on my own terms. I'm gonna do things the way not I as in me, but I as in the universe, God, want and know things will be done, like, in a certain way. But yeah, like, just people tend to do things more on their own agenda and on their own opinion and thoughts, and that's why this is so difficult to let go. Like, all of this stuff that I'm saying, it sounds good until you try to do it. Also, little tip, don't try to do it. Don't try to let go, because again, you're forcing it and it won't work. Like, you just kind of have to, I wouldn't say distract yourself fully, but kind of like do other things and try not to think about whatever it is that you're so attached to. As soon as you kind of just, you know, put your hands up and be like, all right, I trust whatever's going to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for me, not to me. Maybe it's something that I don't even see and know. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. If you change your mindset to that and then you just truly just let go and let God, that's when you will see results. Either the results that you were desiring or better. I've learned and noticed that God just needs your faith. He just needs your trust that he knows what he's doing. And then you can literally get whatever you're desiring and more. Like, have you heard the quote, like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it? It's the opposite when it comes to the higher power. Like, you got to believe first and then you'll see it. And that's very difficult to do, especially when you want something, your mind is on it heavy. And that's just anything. Like, if you really want something, you're thinking about it all the time. But if there was something that you want, I guess, on a lower level, if that makes sense, like, you're not attached to a smaller thing that you want, you kind of just like, oh, that would be nice, and then just kind of like never think about it again. 9 times out of 10, whatever you were just saying, oh, that would be nice, comes to you. It's literally just trusting the higher power and trusting that everything happens for a reason. And even divine timing is a huge thing. Like, it plays a huge role, because certain things, especially when it comes to people, I feel like attachment 9 times out of 10 is about an outcome with a person or, you know, a specific person. And that's way easier said than done, to just let go. But I'm telling you, like, just practice. Do a little bit of, you know, just kind of say out loud. This is what I was doing when I was very attached to an outcome of getting back with somebody. Obviously, it ended up happening because I let it go and it was meant to happen. But I said out loud over and over again, like, you know what? Hold on, I have to sneeze. Thank you. So, but yeah, like, just saying out loud, okay, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing, or maybe there's something better out there for me. Once you start thinking like that, you beat the game. You got it. But I'm telling you, if you try to let go of something because you know letting go will bring in whatever it is you want or better, that's still like manipulation. That's still you trying to control a situation. That's still you being like, all right, if I let go, it'll happen. Let me let go. It's not going to work because subconsciously and even consciously, you're thinking like, okay, well, I let it go, so where's it at? Like, it's still control. It's still you causing resistance. And I'm surprised I really haven't touched on resistance a little bit more in this episode so far, honestly. I feel like I'm going more off the dome in this episode than I ever have, so I'm kind of running in circles. But resistance is basically kind of what I was explaining when I beg you to subscribe and leave a review. It causes resistance. It's like, no, I don't want to. That's literally resistance, and resistance is very present when it comes to the things that you want as well. If you want something too bad, you're causing resistance. You're not letting it take its natural course. Like, you're trying to meddle in, you're trying to control. And I feel like the main thing I'm trying to get at here is when you're attached to something, you want to control it. You want it to go your way. That's not, like, it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But yeah, like, this is probably a shorter episode, honestly, because I'm going off the dome and I feel like letting go, like, there's not much more I personally can say about it. I feel like I've kind of repeated myself a lot, and I told you I would, but yeah, just like kind of practice. Like, anytime you are thinking about something that you really want, just try to remind yourself that God always has your best interest, and nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. It's really a mindset thing, and changing your mindset, I feel like people don't really talk about it a lot. People just kind of say how to do it, and they don't really talk about how difficult it is. It really is difficult, because it's like you're untraining your brain to think a certain way or to act a certain way or whatever. So don't be hard on yourself, you know. It's not an overnight thing, for sure. I can tell you that right now. I literally practiced detachment for like 2+ weeks before I actually fully detached from the specific outcome. So definitely don't be hard on yourself. It's a lot easier said than done, and I'm well aware of that. So I don't want, you know, to tell you guys, oh, it's so easy. Like, it's not. It's really not. But once you do it, and once you master the art of detachment, there's no suffering. Like Buddha said, attachment is the root of all suffering, and I truly believe that is very true. Just remember that it's a process, and no change, especially that great of a change, happens overnight. But as long as, you know, you're putting effort into that and trying to release your control, you'll be good. Also, food for thought really quick. I like to do little self-awareness type of things, because I feel like that really helps dive deeper into, you know, why we do certain things or react to certain things a certain way, whatever. I would challenge you to kind of ask yourself, why do you want A, B, and C, X, Y, Z so bad? Why do you want it to go a certain way so bad? And just really try to ask yourself questions like, why do I want this so bad? Like, what is it that this person or situation would give me? Is that what I'm looking for? Because I'm gonna be real, I told myself I wasn't really gonna get personal when it came to relationships specifically, but fuck it, I'm the realist. Okay, we gon' whatever. See, I be dragging it and I forget where I'm going. I couldn't even tell you guys how many times that happens in my everyday conversations, but fuck, I don't remember. I'm literally about to go play this back. Hold on. Okay. So, for example, a little personal example. Why the frick did I just forget? I literally just went back and replayed it and I forgot already. Oh, okay. Self-reflection. So, when I was really attached to the outcome of me and my twin flame, I'm aware that this is a twin flame connection, twin flame journey, whatever. If you know, you know. If you don't, oh well, don't even try to like look for it. It's not that serious. But anyways, I had to really ask myself and go inward. Why do you want to get back with this person so bad? What were they giving you that you couldn't give yourself? And that literally caused me to go so far inward and heal things that I didn't even know or wasn't aware of needing healing. That didn't sound grammatically correct at all, but it just caused me to go inward and heal certain parts of me that I didn't know needed healing at the moment. I was seeking like validation and love externally from another person, and I just wasn't giving myself that love and myself that validation, so I seeked it from other people, or specifically one other person. And that, not to go too far into that, but that stems back to like childhood wounds and father issues that I had to go inward and heal and try to figure out, okay, this is why I acted this way, this is why I wanted this is why I was desiring this. But once I was able to discover self-love and truly give myself the things that I was seeking from other people, boom, healed. Like, that's another part of me that's healed. And of course, this is a journey. Like, there's a reason people say healing journey. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm healed, like put a band-aid over the shotgun wound. Like, no, it's a process, and it's not an easy one. It's very difficult, especially if you're not able to be like self-aware. I'm pretty sure you really can't heal if you're not self-aware. So, you know, like, being delusional has become like a trend, and it's all cute and all, but it's, you know, a certain type of delusional to the point where you're not even self-aware, that won't allow you to go inward and truly heal the things that you need to heal. Again, I can do a whole nother episode on healing and just kind of how to start, at least, because, you know, everybody's healing journey is different, so I can't really give you like the, you know, step-by-step plan, but I can definitely help you kind of activate that and start that up. But yeah, I had to go and ask myself, like, why do you want, like, what about this relationship and what about this person is making you literally so attached to wanting it back in your life? Whatever it is that you want so badly, you have to feel whole and complete alone by yourself before, you know, bringing that into your life. Because if you're seeking an outcome or a situation or whatever for your benefit, or what you think is your benefit by, you know, them giving you something or whatever it is, like you receiving something that you feel that you can't give yourself, you have to be able to give yourself everything that you desire in other people, or you won't really be able to show up at least properly in those, you know, aspects of your life. And it's not easy. None of this is, but just effort. And that's where it can start. That's where you can start. I definitely highly suggest getting a journal and just asking, like, you can even look this up, like, you know, healing questions about XYZ. You can get specific, put, you know, fill in the blank, and be real with yourself. That's the only thing I ask, is just be real with yourself. Be honest, like, because that's how you'll be able to actually heal what it is that you need to heal. And I feel like I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone when I say, when you're on a healing journey, you heal one thing and then you're like, oh, I have to heal a whole nother part of me and a whole nother thing that I didn't even realize was there. Like, that's what it is. It's a journey. So again, don't be hard on yourself, but it's all gonna work out in the end. Just remember that everything happens for a reason. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna be okay. I promise, Bookie. I promise. Yeah, I feel like, and again, I'm kind of getting off track a little bit, but I feel like childhood wounds, which, yes, everybody at some point, at some rate, has, you know, some sort of childhood wounds that they need to heal. That is a big reason that, you know, we act the way we act. When you're a child and you're growing up in a certain environment, that's all you know. And that's, you know, childhood, I don't want to say wounds, but, like, you know, childhood experiences also builds the subconscious mind. You think of things and you judge things or picture things one way subconsciously to where you don't actually think of it. You just kind of think, you know, I guess. And it doesn't sound good saying it out loud, but that's what subconscious is. It's like you don't even really think about it. You just, oh, that's what it is. And that comes from childhood. Change my battery, so give me a second. Okay, I be doing the most trying to match up my audio and video. Anyway, but yeah, I definitely got a little off track at the end, and I just get really passionate about it because I know that this could help so many people. Like, I know that healing and letting go and certain things that I've kind of, I'm not gonna say mastered, because girl, I ain't mastered shit, but, you know, like, humbly speaking, that I do know a lot about and that I do know I can help people with, especially when it comes to, like, mindset. I get excited and I get all passionate and stuff. But yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this podcast, because it's an outlet that I'm able to do this, like, and truly get into detail about whatever it is, you know. Anyways, we have come to the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, hanging out with me, and just, you know, hearing me out, hearing what I gotta say. I value you, and I value that you value my opinion, at least in some way, you know? So thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. I will talk to you guys next week, next Saturday. New episodes and videos on my YouTube channel every Saturday. And I'm not talking about my main YouTube channel. I'm talking about oh my God, the ReaLysst on YouTube. I also record videos for those who are on the audio. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. I love you. And just remember, don't be hard on yourself. It's a journey, okay? But if you need to, come back and listen to this episode 11 times if you need to. Like, that's what it's here for. But all right, I'm out. I'm starting to sweat, so I'm leaving. Bye.